Ahoy, ahoy, internets. Welcome to the end of day 3. You are looking at the wood that I have drug out of the hole. It's not a very deep pile of wood, but it's certainly a pretty long pile of wood. It's probably a good 20-25 feet long at this point. I've been playing this fun game where you pick up sticks and you put them in a wheelbarrow, and then you move them, and then you put them somewhere else. It's almost Zen-ish. It's certainly exercise, and I'm sad to say that I lost my partner for my favorite form of exercise not all that long ago, so it's nice to have a replacement. Like I said, it's day 3, and I don't know, it's the first day that I feel a little stronger, which is good. I cannot emphasize enough that I am a chubby geek with very little idea of what I'm doing here. So much appreciation for all of you that's given me feedback so far. Here we are pretty much where the video from yesterday, or that is the video from the end of day 1 started, looking at this rather pretty stone that I have not moved. I think Uncle said it was Flagstaff. I am not good with names, but let's pretend that's what it was. As you can see, the hole has gotten more empty. I've gotten most of the wood out, and I am more or less left with this mulchy substance. I did take some measurements, and here we are looking from more or less the front door of my imagined structure, and my wheelbarrow there in the distance is probably about 30 feet away for a point of reference. It is a fairly sizable hole. And as I said, I have a whole bunch of this mulchy stuff that is occupying a significant amount of the hole itself. And there's a bunch of this. It's basically old pine needles that have been, compressed into this mulchy nothingness through years of rain and being sitting under rocks. I know there's a million billion insects in there, and I'd be lying to you if I told you I did not scurry out of my hole once or twice thinking something had gotten in my shoe. I am a boy from the suburbs. What can I say? This view is more or less from the middle of the hole. As you can see, our lumber pile across the way there has gotten a little bigger, a little more organized. That wood pile is probably about 20 feet away from here, but the hole itself is probably about 15 feet in diameter. This width is relatively constant across the hole. It certainly, you can tell this was dug up by a big machine, and that's where it started, and that's where it really dug through stuff. And over there being the front door, maybe you can see the flagstone. But yeah, this mulchy stuff certainly occupies a large amount of the hole, and I think obscures just how wide most of this hole is. One of you commented that Earthships are not traditionally built underground, and that is true. I'm hoping to find a happy middle ground between not having to dig deeper into this hole and having a way to reinforce the structure itself. I expect the tires to be relatively stable, but it would be nice if, maybe the bottom few layers of them were actually anchored against solid earth. In addition to my wheelbarrow, I brought some other very important tools today, some gardening gloves that my aunt was nice enough to give to me. I prefer them over the, over your standard pair of working gloves, because I do have short, stubby hands. And they fit nicely, and plus they're not quite as thick and obnoxious. Another important thing I brought today was water. Water, as you can see, I like mine with lots of pulp. Lots of pulp, very, very important. Oh, I forgot to introduce you to my favorite new plant. Let's see if I let any of them survive. I have tried very hard not to. Here we go. I am not entirely sure what this thistly monster is known as, but I have started to call this plant fuckerweed. Affectionately, of course. As as you can see, it did a pretty good job on my leg yesterday. That's a day-old wound, and it's still not fantastic looking. That was my only wound from yesterday before I was smart enough to put on the gloves. I also nicked my hand. This was not immaculate. This was done with a piece of wood, so it is only stigmata. I am sitting around what I'm told is moose poop, and it's very round. Do you want to see the moose poop? And my crotch? Moose poop. Excellent. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who has left comments, especially everyone who has asked questions. Please, anytime I say anything and you wonder, what are you doing? Please ask me. Like I said, I'm a chubby geek. I'm a dude from the suburbs. I've never done anything like this before, and I'm more or less researching and making it up as I go along. So a big shout out to Elrox, and more or less all of you are editors. You're all fantastic. You never cease to amaze me. And yeah. Oh, two corrections. Now that I've hit my logical stopping point, I'm going to go ahead and add two more things. Thanks to whoever pointed out that white stuff that is on the wood, and in fact, all over this mulch is mycelium, I believe it was called. It's not a mold, it's a fungus. I covered that. I gotta learn how to cut stuff. Oh, editing!